Hey guys, Yuri here. So behind me is a soccer field that I first played on the soccer fields 23 years ago. This is the first time I was actually at this at Club Med in Ixtapa. The first time I was here was 23 years ago as a young teenager, and just really had great memories. Myself, my wife, we've actually been down to this area of Mexico 8 times since then. There's something amazing about this energy and this I mean, like, the sunsets here are just friggin' amazing. But what's cool is that we were here 7 years ago with our oldest son, Oscar, and we celebrated his first birthday here. And at the time we were new parents. We brought my mom along because we thought, oh my God, we can't parent one kid by ourselves. So we need some more help. And I was actually out kayaking with him, who he's now 8 years old. You've probably seen him in some of my videos. So we just went kayaking a couple kilometers, and now he's on his own. He's literally gone on his own, gone swimming, he's around. And I was like, I'm walking with him. We're walking right here. So I was walking with him, holding kind of just my arm around him. And I told him, I'm like, hey buddy, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud of, like, can you imagine 7 years ago, we were here and you were one. You were a baby sitting in these big train-like strollers that the mini club would push him around in. And I'm like, look at you now. We just went kayaking. Now you're on your own. You've got freedom. You know how to swim. You're doing all this stuff. And like, I'm just so extremely proud of him and for the family that we're building. We've got 3 boys. And it's, I'm super, super blessed for the whole thing. So, if you're a parent, obviously time flies, right? Time flies so quickly. And if you think about it, we really only have 18 summers with our kids, assuming that they go off to school, university, whatever. But who knows, in 10 years from now, maybe universities will be different. And I want to, I've been very fortunate in my life, at least in the last, I'd say 7 to 8 years, based on the businesses that I built, to not only travel with my kids only during like March break in December, but the middle of January, we take them out of school, we travel. And I'm very, very blessed to have been able to do that. But it wasn't always like that. Like, it was, I went through a long period of time, and when I say a long period of time, I'm talking about like more than a decade of struggling financially. And really, I remember the first trip I took with my wife, then girlfriend. We went to Europe in 2006. We spent 6 weeks over there, and I was working as a personal trainer at the time. And I remember saving up all this money for the trip. And then I remember being on the trip, and the worst feeling was that, number one, I had no income coming in because I was no longer training clients at the time during that time. And all the money I had saved was only going down, right? Cappuccino here, boom. Dinner here, boom. A little, buy something here, gone. And it's the worst feeling in terms of like scarcity minded and so forth. So listen, like I don't want to make it seem like, like life is just, well, I mean, life is amazing, right? Life is amazing, but we all go through our hardships. But anyways, coming back to Oscar, a 1-year-old, 8-year-old, I really want to encourage you to just be with your kids like as much as you can. Like, everything I've done in my business from day one has been built around how do I build a business that affords me the lifestyle to be with my family as much as possible. And I knew that as a trainer working with clients one-on-one 16 hours a day, that was never going to happen. That was before I had kids. And I knew that being a good father was so important to me. And I wanted to build a business that, number one, could afford me the lifestyle to do that. Second, would impact a lot of people in the process, right? And so with what you're doing in life, with what you're doing in your business, just remember what's most important to you, right? Is it making money? Is it your family? I think for most of us, it's our family and our fulfillment and happiness. So you just really ask yourself, like, am I on the right track? Am I on the right track to make that happen? And I hope you are. And if you've got kids, then just, take a moment every day to really appreciate them. I know they can challenge us. I know they can be frustrating, but they're also our greatest gifts. They are a friggin' mirror of what we need to work on. And just acknowledge that and appreciate that, because they're only going to be small for so long. And if your kids are older, obviously you probably know better than I do. But I'm really doing my best to appreciate every single moment with them, even during the crap, even when they're melting down, because it's not going to last forever. So Anyways, if you've got kids and you can resonate and that relates to you, let me know. Just, for you, what's most important about what you're doing? Is it family? Is it travel? Is it your kids? I'd love to know. Just let me know in the comments and just, tell me a bit more about you and your situation. And, hopefully a bit of my journey has inspired you, because listen, I'm nothing special, right? I don't have like wings. I don't have superpowers. I had passion. I had persistence. And if I can do this, you can as well. All right, guys? Ciao.